The PhotoFast 4K Gamer Pro featured in today's review is provided courtesy of PhotoFast. I have been well enveloped in the world of video scalers for the last few months thanks to the release of the RetroTink 4K. It is a fantastic piece of tech for fans of older systems to bring their games into the 4K era. The RetroTink 4K can also offer modern systems such as the Switch a way to be natively output at 4K with its included HDMI input port. While I have nothing bad to say about the RetroTink 4K, its price point for gamers looking for just a way to hook up their HDMI systems to a 4K TV with native 4K output is an investment with features that might not interest purely modern gamers. What other options exist for these players needing a 4K output for their HDMI systems? Enter the PhotoFast 4K Gamer Pro. This lower-cost video processor will take your 1080p HDMI output and scale it to 4K to work best with modern displays. After spending a month with the device, the results have been quite fun. The 4K Gamer Pro comes in a white box with silver trim with the 4K Gamer Pro depicted on the front. A switch is depicted as the device's intended use system with other compatible systems noted. The sides of the box include a contents list and setup guide. The back highlights an example of the 4K Gamer Pro scaling with another outline for how it connects to systems and devices. Inside the box is the 4K Gamer Pro, HDMI extension cable, USB-A to USB-C power cable, and a user manual. The 4K Gamer Pro has a nice design. It is bigger than I had expected it to be, fitting well within my palm. The rectangular shape has enough angles added to keep it from being boring. The diagonal lines covering its top and bottom surfaces also give it a pleasing futuristic look. The side you plug into your systems is clearly defined and each port has plenty of room to breathe. The mode select button is a good size with a nice tactile feel when pressed. The LED within the plastic button changing brightness works well for identifying which mode is currently in use. The plastic housing is strong and doesn't bend to pressure, ensuring the 4K Gamer Pro will last well for everyday wear and tear. The 4K Gamer Pro promises to be a lag-free device that doesn't diminish colors or crush black levels. Since input latency is a big deal for most titles, this is an important claim to stick to and one I was eager to test. While I don't have any fancy way of testing for lag, hooking up my RetroTink 5X and 1080p output with a copy of the 240p test suite running gives us numbers to work with. With a direct connection to my display and CRT monitor, the RetroTink 5X remains as low lag as ever, putting up excellent results. Adding the 4K Gamer Pro to the mix shows similar results, proving the low lag claim to be true. For color, several test patterns are available to show if they are being represented correctly. Comparing between a direct connection and the 4K Gamer Pro shows that they are indeed represented correctly. Brightness does see a slight increase depending on operating mode, but more on that in a bit. The main takeaway is that the 4K Gamer Pro doesn't degrade your signal quality, and that is fantastic. According to the listed specs, the 4K Gamer Pro accepts both YUV and RGB color spaces, and so far I can confirm both have worked as intended. You are limited to an 8-bit color depth, but the 4K Gamer Pro can pass through 12-bit sources. It can also pass through HDR to display with HLG, HDR10, and Dolby Vision supported. The PS4 unfortunately seems to be incompatible with this feature, but it does work perfectly with the RetroTink 5X. The 4K Gamer Pro is designed to take your 1080p sources and give them a native 4K output to better suit modern TVs. Now that we know it does this without any additional lag and good color representation, what else does the 4K Gamer Pro do to the video it processes? The most obvious difference is the sharpening filter it employs on the output image. The strength of this effect is controlled by the mode select button on the 4K Gamer Pro with 3 selectable levels. The lowest level has been my preferred go-to as it gives the output image on each system I tested a nice level of clarity while keeping sharpening artifacts less noticeable. Moving to the second and third levels noticeably increases the effect, and depending on the game and system, the results are less ideal to my personal preferences. Many out there might like this look, but again, I think the first stage strikes an excellent balance. The second noticeable effect between the 3 levels is image brightness. Each level increases brightness over the pass-through mode or the system being connected directly to your TV. The first enhancement level gives it a more subtle increase, ensuring black levels stay close to where they are supposed to, while the second and third levels begin to make dark scenes look too bright for my tastes. Personal preference will be a factor here, but I think the first enhancement level is the winner here for overall output quality. The 4K Gamer Pro again passes through HDR content, and I found results similar to standard SDR sources. The marketing for the 4K Gamer Pro further claims to enhance depth of field effects, but outside of the sharpening and brightness, I haven't noticed any other difference during my playtime. With my preference for the 4K Gamer Pro set, I have enjoyed my playtime while using it on several devices. Starting with the Nintendo Switch, having the system hooked up directly to the TV has always been a bit softer than I would like. With the 4K Gamer Pro, the image gets a nice new level of sharpness, highlighting visual details, and I find it to be quite pleasing in every game tested so far. Even lower resolution content feels better than before. Playing retro games through the various NSO apps has also been interesting. The enhanced sharpness doesn't always go over well with 2D sources, but for N64 I find it to work as well as native Switch titles. The Xbox 360 was a system I was eager to try with the 4K Gamer Pro, as many of its games ran at 720p and under. The Xbox 360 uses an internal scaler to output at 1080p, so the 4K Gamer Pro's inability to accept 720p sources is a bit unfortunate here, since we lose some image quality to the 360's internal scaler from the get-go. Even with this limitation, the 4K Gamer Pro has done an excellent job of breathing new life into several Xbox 360 titles I enjoy playing. I love the extra details many textures are getting with the 4K Gamer Pro. Like the 360, the PlayStation 3 is another system with several 720p and under titles. Unfortunately, the PS3's internal scaler isn't used for all titles, and as a result can't take advantage of the 4K Gamer Pro at all. Killzone 3 is a notable example. For unsupported resolutions, the 4K Gamer Pro will just pass through the native image, allowing it to remain in your video chain without issue. For games that do work with the 4K Gamer Pro, results have been as pleasing as other systems tested, with a nice level of sharpness giving the appearance of added details in many titles. The PS4 Pro was a system I was eagerly looking to try out with the 4K Gamer Pro. While the PS4 Pro has a native 4K output, using it often resulted in lower game performance and checkerboard rendering. With the 4K Gamer Pro, we could take advantage of the Pro's extra speed to give PS4 games more performance and not use checkerboard rendering. The results overall have been excellent with the subtle sharpening. This is my favorite system tested with the 4K Gamer Pro so far. I do wish that the system detected the HDR capabilities of the 4K Gamer Pro. As for retro gamers looking to enhance their already owned scalers up to 4K, the results are a bit more mixed. The original OSSC is apparently not compatible with the device, and the RetroTink 5X can already output a fantastic 1440p image, which looks great on supported 4K TVs. Shifting the RetroTink 5X into 1080p and chaining it with the 4K Gamer Pro doesn't offer any benefit over the standard 1440p mode to my eyes. That being said, if you have a TV that doesn't like the 1440p output from the RetroTink 5X, using the 4K Gamer Pro does give you a way to bring the 5X to 4K. The lowest setting is again best in my mind, as the sharpening artifacts become too obvious in 2D sources otherwise. For 3D games, the results are far more pleasing. HLG and HDR10 HDR modes are also supported, giving the RetroTink 5X a nice boost in brightness when using the included masks and scanline effects. It is pleasing to see that the 4K Gamer Pro doesn't adversely affect these effects. One thing I have failed to mention up to this point is the 4K Gamer Pro's audio capabilities. On top of supporting standard stereo sources, the 4K Gamer Pro is also capable of handling a wide variety of surround sound outputs, including LPCM 5.1 and 7.1, Dolby Digital, Dolby DTS 5.1, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS HD Master Audio, and DTS-X. While this video has been recorded in stereo, I can confirm that surround sound is working great on every system I have tested. After a month of use, I have very little to criticize about the 4K Gamer Pro. It offers up multiple levels of enhancements and a pass-through mode letting you decide for yourself what look you want to achieve. I do wish it offered a nearest neighbor scaling mode to 4K that didn't offer any enhancements, so we could experience the raw pixels from our systems in 4K with no added lag or compromised colors. The 4K Gamer Pro's inability to handle 720p sources is also a bit disappointing, since it would be a perfect 3x scale to achieve and would be a better fit for systems like the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii U. Thankfully, the 4K Gamer Pro can still pass through these resolutions, so you can always leave it connected to your video chain without much issue. I do wish that the PS4 could detect the HDR capabilities though. For fans of a smoothed output, the 4K Gamer Pro offers no support for that type of output, so you will need to find a different solution. At a current asking price of $129.99 as of this review, the 4K Gamer Pro offers more modern gamers a relatively cost-effective way to bring their 1080p systems up to 4K with selectable levels of enhancements. These enhancements results will be up to each gamer's personal preference, but after a month of using the device in its lowest level, I have found it to be a great alternative to the RetroTink 4K for gamers who wouldn't use that device to its fullest potential. Someday I would like to see a raw nearest neighbor scaling mode added and support for 720p resolutions. In the meantime, you can get these results from the 4K Gamer Pro, and it's easy to add to your video chain and won't break your output. And there you have it, my thoughts on the PhotoFast 4K Gamer Pro. Again, a pretty good cost-effective video scaler to get your 1080p systems up to 4K. Again, this is a pretty bare bones device, so it's not going to give you any of the bells and whistles that you'd find on more expensive options like the amazing RetroTink 4K, which is still my #1 recommended 4K scaler for anyone wondering, but I acknowledge that it has features not everyone is looking for, especially if you are a modern focused gamer. So I think the PhotoFast 4K Gamer Pro can fit that modern gamer need of getting 1080p to 4K with relative ease, if you don't mind a few caveats. But thank you to PhotoFast for sending this one out our way to test out, and thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you found it informative, and be sure to check out the PhotoFast 4K if you're interested with our affiliate link down below. But here at the end of the video, just the usual questions. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up, thumbs down button, depending on how much you like it, as well as that sub button and notification bell so you can see when new videos go live on the channel. Loads always coming your way, and I'd love to have each and every one of you along for the ride. For anyone interested in further helping support the channel and keep it going, you can also check out that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Every little bit helps keep us going and bringing this content to you. Big thank you to all of our current champs. You're amazing. Thank you for believing in us and helping us keep this going. You're amazing! But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you back next video!